it's Jan Sharte, and I'm back again with another video. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about ChatGPT. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't know what GPT stands for. I have no idea. I do know that ChatGPT is like an artificial intelligence tool, and it has taken the internet by storm, and everybody's talking about how to use it. But there's not a lot of people that are talking about how to use ChatGPT as a e-commerce business. So that is what we're gonna talk about in today's video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. Welcome to my channel where we talk about boutiques, e-commerce, business, and all things making money online. Okay, so the biggest thing that you want to understand about ChatGPT is that it's not Google. It's not a search engine. So the problem that most people are running into when they feel like it's really not helpful or they really don't understand how to use it is that they're trying to use it like Google. So Google is a search engine. You use it to search for things that already exist on the internet. You use it to look for blog posts and articles and news and whatever, things that have already been created, things that have already been done, things that already exist. With ChatGPT, you want to think about it like it's a person. You want to think about it like you're talking to Einstein. You want to think about it like you're talking to a human encyclopedia who can create things for you because it's just that smart and can do that from scratch. So yes, it's going to pull from things that exist on the internet, but it's not going to give you like articles. It's not going to give you like a video. It's not going to give you something that already exists. It's going to like take what you give to it and create something that hopefully meets your needs. That's the biggest difference. So think about it like talking to your smart best friend who got straight A's and who is a complete genius and is the marketing director of a Fortune 500 company who is capable of making you appear very, very smart on the internet. That's what you want to think about it like. So let's talk about how you guys have been using it, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I have been using it. So a lot of my students and followers have told me that they've tried ChatGPT, but they didn't feel like it was helpful, or they really didn't know how to best utilize it. So while it was helping them to like complete a task in their business, it really wasn't like beneficial to their business in the way that it could have been. So a lot of people have used it for writing captions, because who likes to write those, and also writing emails. But again, who likes to write those? And so the issue that most people are running into, especially considering there's so many like gurus and coaches on the internet that are telling people, you know, tips for using ChatGPT, is that you have an e-commerce business. So the way that, for example, I would write an email for my coaching business is totally different than how I would write and format an email for my online boutique. While one of those emails is going to be more dependent on the copy or the text and me like explaining something, and the other business is going to be more dependent on me describing a product, me describing my brand, and basically me trying to get to the point as quickly as possible while also infusing different buttons or calls to action and pictures within it. So most people are going into ChatGPT and saying like, can you write me a caption for a sequin blue maxi dress? And yes, it can write you a caption for a sequin blue maxi dress, but you want to give it enough detail to make that caption as descriptive as possible. So you might need to tell it like where the person might wear it and how the person might style it. You want to tell it what type of brand voice your business uses. You want to give it as much detail as possible so that it can create the type of caption that you need. Same for your emails, but you want to think about the fact that as an e-commerce business, your emails aren't going to be 5 paragraphs long. They're probably going to be like 1 paragraph long with some product images and then a button and then maybe like a banner and another call to action. So you got to make sure you tell it how you want the email to be formatted so that it can create what you actually need. So now that you know probably how you're using it wrong, I want to tell you guys how I've been using it, and it's going to blow y'all mind. So let's talk about it. I've been using ChatGPT for writing captions because again, I hate writing captions. I've been using it for emails as well, just like y'all. But the most important thing that I've been using it for is analyzing data. Y'all ain't know it could do that, did you? I ain't know either, okay? So the first thing that I tried with ChatGPT was dumping a bunch of like reviews and feedback that I had gotten from students. I had hundreds of responses that, if I'm being honest, I wasn't gonna read. Not to say I didn't want to read them, but it was just way too many for me to read in the time frame that I needed to read it. So I copied and pasted every single response into ChatGPT and asked it to summarize what people were saying. What feedback did they have? What questions were they asking? What were they saying that they still needed help with? And that really helped me to gain an understanding of what I maybe need to change in my programs or to update in my programs, so on and so forth. So when I did that, I was like, I wonder if ChatGPT can analyze numbers. And guess what, y'all? It can. So I'm going to read from my phone the exact prompt that I typed into ChatGPT, and then I want to read you guys what it told me. So what I typed was, I want to try to determine if there is a specific day of the week that my business generates the most revenue. Also, can you identify any other trends from this sales history? So what I did was download a literal year's worth of sales data with the dates, the amount of money I made, and my conversion rate. And then ChatGPT analyzed that data, and it came back to me and said, these are the days in that year where you made the most money. It gave me the average amount of money that I make on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. And then it even gave me tips for improving my conversion rate, improving my overall sales, so on and so forth. So I'm going to read to you guys what it said to me. So what ChatGPT wrote back to me was, to determine if there's a specific day of the week that your business generates the most revenue, you can analyze the provided sales history and calculate the average revenue for each day of the week. Here's a breakdown of the average revenue for each day. So I'm going to put a screenshot of what it gave me. And then it summarized and said, based on this data, Thursday appears to be the day of the week with the highest average revenue, followed closely by Friday and Saturday. Sundays have the lowest average revenue. Additionally, you can identify other trends from your sales history by looking at your e-commerce conversion rate and any notable spikes or dips in your revenue. Here are some observations. So it told me that March 12th, April 14th, April 12th, or April 20th, April 24th, May 21st, and July 7th were the highest revenue days for my business in that year. And for me, that immediately told me, well, let me go back and see what I did on those days that I can duplicate in this year to hopefully duplicate that money. You know what I'm saying? So that was really quick. And then it said, generally speaking, revenue tends to be higher during the weekday or weekends, Saturday and Sunday, and lower during the weekdays, with Thursday and Friday being exceptions for my business. The sales history also shows some fluctuations in your revenue, with periods of higher and lower sales occurring intermittently. So it continued on and basically gave me tips for improving my conversion rate. And if y'all don't know, like, conversion rate is one of the hardest things to manipulate or to change or impact in your business. So to have a tool that was smart enough to first and foremost look at what already exists and then give me feedback about it is super duper valuable. So that is one way that I would use ChatGPT. Now I'm going to tell you guys one more prompt that I've used, and then hopefully you'll know how to use ChatGPT a little bit better for yourself, okay? Okay, so the second prompt that I want to read you guys is a little bit longer, but a lot more detailed, and that's going to be a big key to getting ChatGPT to work on your behalf. You want to give it as much detail as possible. There's no such thing as too much detail. So here's what I wrote. I want you to pretend that you are the marketing director of a Fortune 500 retail company. So not Fortune 500 company, Fortune 500 retail company, because we are online retailers. So I want to create a marketing strategy that differentiates my brand from the typical online boutique. I have an online boutique where I sell loungewear and comfortable clothing items to busy women who don't want to waste time in their closets each day and want to prioritize getting dressed fast so that they can maximize their time each day. Most of my customers are mothers and wives who prioritize comfort over style and trends. They tend to shop at stores like Old Navy, where they can stock up on essentials in a multitude of colors for affordable prices. My product's price range is between $14 and $42. Please create two variations of a content strategy, one that incorporates and prioritizes voiceovers and written content like text-based carousels and tweets, and another strategy that prioritizes short-form video. So from this prompt, ChatGPT created me two different social media strategies that I could choose from, and then I chose the one that seemed most viable for my business and had it go into even greater detail about how I could make that strategy more of my own. So another thing that you don't want to do with ChatGPT is literally take exactly what it gives to you and assume that that is like best or right. You still want to read through it and make whatever tweaks or changes that you think would make that strategy or that prompt or whatever it is that it's giving you even better than, you know, what it does. Because it only knows what you give to it. So the more detail that you give, the better off the response will be. But also, it doesn't know every single thing about your business. So another thing that I do often to help it to give me better responses is plug in something that I've already written. So that might be the copy from like my welcome series email or even my about page, just so that it can have a little bit more context about what my business is, so that as it creates whatever it is that I'm wanting it to create, it's a little bit more detailed and catered to my business specifically. So that is the second prompt that I want to share with you guys. And now let's just sum this up and make this all make a little bit more sense for you. All right, guys, so the biggest thing that I want you to know about ChatGPT is that it's not like a trick. It's not like a I'm going to do the work for you type of tool. It's a I'm going to help you do the work kind of tool. So think of it like an ally or a partnership. You give it something, it gives you something back to simplify the task or the job in your business, but you still have a little bit of work that you're going to have to do. So give it a prompt, but give it enough detail to give you something back in return that's going to make a little bit of sense. And then you make whatever changes or tweaks that you need to make so that it still sounds like your brand created it. And ultimately, you won't be walking around with the same words that somebody else got because they put in a super basic prompt in the first place. So if you guys need help understanding how to best utilize ChatGPT in your business, or you want to see a visual of how I've used ChatGPT in my business, and more importantly, those analytics and getting it to analyze the data of your business, join my membership. We recently had a 2-hour class all about ChatGPT, and I showed them the back end of my ChatGPT account and all of the different prompts that I've created and the tools that I've been able to implement into my business utilizing what ChatGPT has helped me to come to the conclusion of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.